Cristiano Ronaldo isn't just a footballer. He's a $500 million brand in motion. Being one of the elite footballers, Cristiano Ronaldo has earned approximately $650 million from club salaries so far, and commercial agreements are a cherry on top. His current contract with Saudi club Al Nassr, signed in December 2022, is reportedly valued at €200 million per year, combining salary and commercial agreements. But this is not only it. In 2016, Cristiano Ronaldo signed a lifetime contract with Nike, reportedly worth over $1 billion, making him one of the few athletes to secure such a lucrative deal. But what does $1 billion even look like? With $1 billion, you can buy 2,000 Rolls-Royce Phantoms, 1,666 Lamborghini Aventadors. Still not feeling it? Imagine 333 Bugatti Chirons. It is huge, too huge to imagine for a layman. The deal wasn't just a goldmine for Ronaldo, it has proven to be a highly lucrative investment for the sportswear giant. In 2016 alone, Ronaldo's social media activity generated nearly $500 million in value for Nike, recovering half of the amount Nike paid to Ronaldo. And to this day, Nike is making billions of dollars from the deal. It is one of the best deals the business world has ever seen. Beyond Nike, Ronaldo has partnered with top global brands, from luxury watches to health, tech, and even video games. These partnerships highlight Ronaldo's worldwide influence and prove that his impact extends far beyond the pitch. Collectively, these endorsement deals contribute to his estimated $60 million annual off-field earnings. In 2022, Ronaldo stepped into the future by partnering with Binance, the world's leading cryptocurrency exchange. This groundbreaking collaboration blends his global influence with cutting-edge digital innovation. Through exclusive NFT collections, Ronaldo is not just shaping his legacy on the field, but also pioneering a new era where sports and technology unite. These income streams are fleeting: the fame, the contracts, the glory. And Ronaldo knew this from a very young age. He knew that his career had a shelf life, but his brand, that could be eternal. So long before retirement was even a thought, in his early 20s, Ronaldo began building an empire, brick by brick and deal by deal. In 2006, Cristiano Ronaldo launched his own brand, CR7. What began as a jersey nickname has now evolved into a multi-million-dollar brand with its footprint across footwear, underwear, and denim, eyewear, and above all, gyms and hotels. In partnership with the Pastana Group, Ronaldo launched a luxury hotel chain that merges style, fitness, and the CR7 spirit in Lisbon, Madrid, New York, and more. These hotels don't just carry Ronaldo's name, they reflect his personality: sleek, elite, and ambitious. CR7 earns over $100 million only from CR and fashion products, and tons of dollars from 50% of the ownership of CR7 hotels and gyms. Ronaldo isn't just a money-making machine. He has the potential to shake the global market with just a gesture. In 2021, at a Euro press conference, Ronaldo moved 2 Coca-Cola bottles aside and held up a bottle of water, saying "Agua." And result? Coca-Cola's stock dropped by $4 billion in market value in just a single day. That's not an influence, that's power. It is not only about the stock market. Ronaldo is equally influential on social media and digital platforms. With over 650 million followers on Instagram, Ronaldo isn't just an influencer, he's the most followed man on the planet. His every post carries a value in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of dollars. Brands line up for a chance to collaborate, from Nike, with whom he has a lifetime contract, to luxury and wellness products that align with his personal values. But Ronaldo is selective. If a brand doesn't match his image, he simply says no, because his name is a business and his legacy is a brand. Cristiano Ronaldo had always ruled Instagram as a legendary influencer, but the world witnessed a whole new level of his magic when he launched his YouTube channel in August 2024. In just 90 minutes, Ronaldo's channel smashed records, crossing 1 million subscribers and becoming the fastest-growing channel in YouTube history. The gold play button arrived within those 90 minutes, and before the clock even hit 12 hours, Ronaldo had the diamond play button in his hands. In just a week, Ronaldo's subscribers count reached 50 millions. And today, with over 75 million subscribers, Ronaldo's channel is the world's fastest growing YouTube channel. Even the reigning king of YouTube, Mr. Beast, is feeling the heat. Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a football legend. He's now a YouTube phenomenon. This is the power of CR7. When you earn like a king, you live like one. Cristiano Ronaldo is nothing less than a king, and his lifestyle reflects the true essence of royalty. Cristiano Ronaldo owns a stunning real estate portfolio, and it reads like a billionaire's fantasy. A $10 million modern mansion in Madrid, a sky-touching penthouse in Lisbon worth around $8 million, and a stunning villa in Saudi Arabia priced upwards of $12 million, offering unrivaled luxury and privacy. Each one custom designed, tech-loaded, and soaked in comfort. But it is not limited to real estate. Ronaldo's garage, featuring a $25 million supercar collection, is truly stunning. From a Bugatti Chiron and a McLaren Senna to Lamborghinis, Rolls-Royces, and even a limited edition Ferrari Monza, every piece is super superb and matches Ronaldo's vibe. When it comes to luxurious lifestyle, private jet is a must, and Ronaldo's private jet, a Gulfstream G650, one of the most advanced and luxurious private jets available, valued at approximately $73 million. And it doesn't stop there. His daily routine is a masterclass in high-performance living. Private chefs prepare perfectly balanced meals, spa sessions, cryotherapy, laser treatments. Every part of his body is treated like a billion-dollar asset. But make no mistake, Ronaldo's life of luxury isn't just built on money. It's built on discipline, on sacrifice, on waking up when others are sleeping, and training when others are resting. His lifestyle isn't a reward. It's a reflection of relentless pursuit. The man who now has billions of dollars at his disposal and lives in the lap of luxury once couldn't afford a roof, lived in a rusted tin home. Today's football king was once too poor to buy a football, but the boy was determined, and that is why he is the GOAT. On February 5, 1985, Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro, known to the world as CR7, was born in a far-flung, underprivileged town on Madeira Island, Portugal. He was the youngest of 4 siblings, born into a world that wasn't waiting for him. In fact, he was an unwanted child. His mother even once considered aborting him. And the reason? Extreme poverty. His mother, Maria Dolores, worked as a cook and cleaner to make ends meet, while his father, Dinis, was a kit man at a local football club. Not only was his income painfully low, but he also battled alcoholism. Ronaldo's father had served in the Portuguese army during the Angolan War of Independence, returning home with deep emotional scars. Like many war veterans, he turned to alcohol as a coping mechanism and became trapped in the vicious cycle of trauma, addiction, and poverty. The family lived in a cramped, weather-worn house with a tin roof. There were nights when there wasn't enough food to go around. Money was scarce, but the boy had something wealth could never buy: a firm belief in himself and dreams taller than the hills of Madeira. Ronaldo started playing football at the tender age of 5, and his first coach? Adversity. He kicked around rolled-up socks, plastic bottles, and when he was lucky, the worn-out footballs his father brought home. In 1992, Ronaldo joined a local football club, Nike CR7, where his father worked. By the age of 8, his raw talent was undeniable. He soon moved to another local club, Nassr, where he began honing and refining his skills. By 12, Ronaldo was outperforming kids twice his age. He had already made a name for himself across Madeira and was considered one of the island's most promising young talents. Then came the turning point in his life. In 1997, Sporting CP, one of Portugal's biggest clubs known for developing young talent, invited Ronaldo for a 3-day trial at their academy in Lisbon. Before the trial could complete, Ronaldo blew away the trial coaches with his performance, speed, technique, and sheer passion. Without wasting more time, Sporting CP signed Ronaldo on the second day of the trial against £1,500. This was one of the most underpriced deals in football history, considering Ronaldo's future value. But at the same time, this was the most important deal in the life of Cristiano Ronaldo. Deal done, and Ronaldo left for mainland Portugal with nothing in hand, but a big dream to become the best footballer. Moving to Lisbon alone at 12 was emotionally tough, and his mother was also nervous, but supportive. In Lisbon, the young Ronaldo cried every night. He missed his family and faced bullying for his Madeiran accent. But he endured, and this resilience became a core part of his success story. Along with football practice, Ronaldo enrolled in a school affiliated with the CP's academy. But academics didn't capture his heart, and soon he was expelled from the school when he threw a chair at a teacher who allegedly mocked his Madeiran accent and disrespected his working-class background. While struggling with his school duties, Ronaldo believed he had the ability to play semi-professionally and requested his mom to let him leave school. So, finally, his mom and tutor agreed to cease his education and focus entirely on football. This is how the chapter of Ronaldo's education came to an end. Now, Ronaldo was totally into football. While others rested, Ronaldo trained in the gym, on the pitch, in his mind, every single day. He was giving his best, but then during a routine checkup, doctors discovered something that could have ended his career before it began. Before the world knew his name, fate tested his spirit. At just 15, Cristiano Ronaldo was diagnosed with a racing heart condition called tachycardia. In this critical condition, most boys would panic, most parents would pull the plug. But Ronaldo, he went under the knife. Doctors performed catheter ablation with a modern technique using laser, and he was discharged from the hospital the same day. And just a few days later, Ronaldo was back on the pitch, training and practicing with the same passion and the hope to become the greatest footballer. Ronaldo's talent was undeniable, and his ambition beyond measurement, and everyone who had watched him in the youth ranks was impressed with his performance. So, recognizing his talent, Sporting CP gave Ronaldo his first shot when he was 16. He was to play in Sporting CP's senior team, a boy among the men. At 17, on August 14th, 2002, Cristiano Ronaldo made his debut against Inter Milan in a UEFA Champions League qualifying round at José Alvalade Stadium. Though Ronaldo didn't score any goal in this match, his performance was worth watching, and in the upcoming months, Ronaldo played against Braga and Moreirense, scoring goals and catching the eyes of top clubs across Europe. August 6th, 2003, Sporting CP defeated Manchester United in a preseason friendly at the inauguration of José Alvalade Stadium. Let the defeat aside, both United players and the manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, were impressed with Ronaldo's electrifying performance. And Ferguson said Ronaldo was one of the most exciting young players he had ever seen. Legends like George Best took it as a compliment when people started calling Ronaldo the new George Best. His dazzling dribbles, incredible pace, and fearless approach against seasoned professionals was not something that could be ignored. It wasn't just Manchester United. Liverpool, Barcelona, Arsenal, and many other football clubs were also desperate to sign Ronaldo, but United took the lead. Before anyone could take a step, Manchester United signed Ronaldo for €12 million, the highest payment for a teenager at the time. The boy from Madeira had arrived in England. The boy who once played in the streets and spent nights without food had become the most expensive teenage footballer. And now it was time to prove himself and tear through the senior ranks. But destiny struck again. August 2nd, 2003, Cristiano Ronaldo, now the rising star, joined Manchester United against the then highest fee of $12 million for a teenage footballer. At United, Ronaldo was expecting jersey number 28 because he wore the same number at Sporting CP, but Sir Alex Ferguson assigned him the number 7, the legendary number that had been associated with GOAT footballers like George Best, Eric Cantona, and David Beckham. This wasn't a random assignment. It was the manifestation of United's confidence in Ronaldo's skills. In simple words, it was an announcement that Ronaldo was going to be a new legend. Not only this, it was also a huge source of motivation for Ronaldo. At Manchester United, Ronaldo made his debut in the Premier League on August 16, 2003, and in his first season, he made his presence felt with his speed, flair, and dazzling skills. However, his elaborate stepovers and flashy style drew criticism from the British press, but his teammates like Gary Neville and football legend George Best knew and conveyed it openly that he wasn't a show pony, but the real thing, and also rightly predicted that he would become a world-class player. With booming confidence and motivation, Ronaldo started working even harder in a quest to become the best. He trained longer, stayed after regular sessions, and practiced like no one before him. But in the middle of the season, a tragedy struck. Ronaldo lost his father to alcoholism. The news was devastating, but the grief was greater because Ronaldo's father passed away without seeing Ronaldo's success and without building a meaningful connection with his son. Ronaldo's father had been struggling with alcoholism and veteran trauma before Ronaldo's birth. So while growing up, Ronaldo could not build a meaningful connection with his father. When Ronaldo started earning, he offered support, both medical help and rehab options. But unfortunately, Ronaldo's father refused treatment. This was the most painful situation for Ronaldo. At the time, Ronaldo was just 20 years old and was on international duty with the Portugal national team, preparing for the 2006 FIFA World Cup qualifying match against Russia. Now, Ronaldo had two options: go back to Madeira to attend the funeral or continue the practice. And Ronaldo chose the latter. It was a big decision and a huge sacrifice for his career. The day after his father's death, Ronaldo played the scheduled match. Though he didn't score any goal, his presence on the pitch was enough to prove his mental strength and the height of emotional resilience he had got. His father's death became a driving force in Ronaldo's life. He became obsessed with being the best, not just for himself, but to honor the man he couldn't save, his late father. In the season 2005 and 2006, Ronaldo began to refine his game, but his performances were not yet consistent, especially in terms of goal contributions. In 47 total appearances, Ronaldo secured only 12 goals. However, the next season was something extraordinary. For Ronaldo's career, this was a breakout year, and Ronaldo silenced his critics with his performance and became one of the best players in the world and the best in Europe. For his outstanding performances throughout the season, Ronaldo received a dozen of individual awards, including the prestigious 2007 PFA Players Player of the Year award. This was the most important achievement of Ronaldo, as the award was voted for by fellow professional players, the ones who played with and against him. But Ronaldo wasn't yet done. In the next season, 2007 and 2008, he took his game to even greater heights, and it was here that he truly arrived as one of the game's global superstars. That season, Ronaldo was unstoppable. He ended the Premier League campaign with a remarkable 31 goals, finishing as the league's top scorer, and won for the first time the Premier League Golden Boot. This was not only it. Ronaldo played a key role in Manchester United's first league title in 3 years. It was a season that cemented his legacy. In the UEFA Champions League final against Chelsea, with the game deadlocked at 1-1, Ronaldo stepped up and scored a header that had the world on its feet. Though he missed his penalty in the shootout, Ronaldo's early goal was instrumental in United's victory in the league's final, and he came out as one of the tournament's standouts and the top scorer. In the rest of season, Ronaldo's rise continued and he won 11 individual awards, including the prestigious Ballon d'Or, the highest individual honor in football, solidifying his place at the pinnacle of world football. Once the flashy Portuguese boy was now the world's best footballer, everything seemed to be going normal. Ronaldo's performances elevated Manchester United's profile worldwide, attracting a global fan base and enhancing the club's commercial appeal. But then something happened that no one had expected, and it changed the world's view about Ronaldo's altogether. In the summer of 2009, the football world witnessed a seismic shift. Cristiano Ronaldo, the crowned king of Old Trafford, left Manchester United for Real Madrid for a then-world record fee of €94 million. That is approximately $131 million US, an astronomical price tag. But money wasn't behind Ronaldo's move. It was something else, something bigger. Ronaldo's dream of playing for Real Madrid. Cristiano Ronaldo had publicly expressed his desire to play for Real Madrid multiple times before 2009, but the most significant hints came during his peak years at Manchester United, especially in 2008. And during that summer, Real Madrid openly courted Ronaldo, and the media widely reported a potential move. Manchester United were furious, and even lodged a formal complaint to FIFA accusing Madrid of tapping up their player. But Ronaldo himself didn't shut the door. Instead, he said, "I want to play for Real Madrid, but not by force." Ronaldo had achieved everything at Manchester United: Premier League titles, a Champions League trophy, and a Ballon d'Or. But he wanted more. He craved immortality. And only Real Madrid, with its storied legacy and global spotlight, could offer that platform. Given the circumstances, Ronaldo's desire, and the lucrative offer from Real Madrid, Manchester United eventually accepted the offer. Sir Alex Ferguson, the Manchester United manager, later admitted that he couldn't hold Ronaldo back anymore, especially since the player himself expressed his desire to leave. On July 6, 2009, when Cristiano Ronaldo stepped onto the Santiago Bernabeu pitch for his unveiling, more than 80,000 fans erupted in applause. It was a spectacle, unlike anything the club had seen since the unveiling of Zinedine Zidane. It wasn't just the biggest football transfer in history, it was the birth of a new era, an era of Cristiano Ronaldo, Galactico. When CR7 joined Real Madrid, the club's legendary player, Raúl, was wearing the iconic number 7, and Ronaldo was assigned jersey number 9. Although the number 7 had become the symbol of his aura, Ronaldo's determination and confidence remained unwavering when he took to the La Liga with number 9 on his back. At Real Madrid, Ronaldo's debut season was nothing short of astonishing. He scored 33 goals in just 35 appearances, breaking several club records. But despite this, Ronaldo could not win any individual medal. Actually, he was in the shadow of legendary players like Raúl, but Ronaldo wasn't one to fade in the shadows. He kept pushing, kept grinding, and finally, in 2010, he saw the silver line when Raúl left the club. The 2010 didn't just see Ronaldo's growing stature in the club, but it also marked the beginning of what is known as one of the fiercest and most captivating rivalry in the history of sports: Ronaldo versus Lionel Messi of Barcelona. During his second season at Real Madrid, Ronaldo started showing his dominance when he won the Pichichi Trophy as the top goal scorer of the La Liga League, a feat achieved by a Real Madrid player, Ruud van Nistelrooy, in 2006. But the real surprise was yet to come. The next year, a real turning point came in Ronaldo's career at Real Madrid when Ronaldo scored a staggering 60 goals in all competitions, leading Madrid to their first La Liga title in 4 years. This wasn't an ordinary trophy pick. They did so with a record 100 points and 121 goals. It was the first time, literally the first time, in the history of La Liga that a team reached 100 points in a single season. Ronaldo was the face, the force, and the fire behind this towering victory, and he proved beyond doubts that he was worth every bit of his record-breaking price tag. With his confidence boosting, Ronaldo started pushing the limits of what was humanly possible, and the doubters, they were now believers. But Ronald's real test was yet to be done at the 2014 UEFA Champions League, a trophy that had eluded Madrid since 2002 for more than a decade. In the league's final, Real Madrid faced Atletico Madrid, and the match had almost slipped away when Sergio Ramos scored a late equalizer, pushing the game into extra time and making the competition even tougher. The tension reached its peak, but in the dying moments, Cristiano Ronaldo stepped up and secured a goal from the penalty spot, sealing another victory, Real Madrid's 10th Champions League title. It was a huge victory for Real Madrid, but for Ronaldo, it was the time to shine high. He scored a record 17 goals in a single Champions League campaign, a world record that is yet to be broken. And for his best performance, Ronaldo was was awarded with the Ballon d'Or once again, recognizing him as the best footballer around the world. From 2014 to 2018, Ronaldo's greatness evolved into domination. Madrid lifted the big ears not once, not twice, but 4 times in 5 years. And Ronaldo was the architect behind it all. It was during this era that Ronaldo redefined himself, not just as a winger, but as a complete forward, a leader, and a talisman. He adapted his game, focused more on positioning and finishing, and became even deadlier in the box. Off the pitch, he became a global brand. From fashion to fragrances, from charity work to being a social media icon, Ronaldo's influence extended far beyond the 90 minutes. Madrid, 4 Champions League titles, 2 La Liga crowns, countless individual honors, including 4 Ballon d'Ors during this period. After 9 historic years, Ronaldo decided to leave Real Madrid, a decision that came as a shock to fans, but not the insiders. Actually, it was a game of hundreds of millions of dollars. Around 2018, Lionel Messi was earning around 35 to 40 million euro, and Neymar 36 to 37 million per annum, while Ronaldo's yearly salary was just 21 million euros, well below his competitors. So, Ronaldo wanted a raise to match Messi and Neymar, but the club was reluctant, which resulted in a disagreement, leading to the separation of their paths. After saying goodbye to Real Madrid, in July 2018, Cristiano Ronaldo joined Italian club Juventus for a fee of 100 million euros, a record transfer fee for a player over the age of 30, and a bold investment in excellence. And within 24 hours of the transfer, Juventus generated 60 million euros by selling Ronaldo's jerseys, recovering more than half of the transfer fee. Juventus didn't just buy a footballer, they bought a global icon, a proven winner, and a marketing phenomenon. At Juventus, Ronaldo had a new mission, the mission to bring the Champions League back to Juventus. But the reality was that the Lion had grown old, and he was no more that old Ronaldo, and his golden era had come to an end. The Lion was old, but not yet dead. In the Champions League, they fought tooth and nail, but unfortunately, during the Ronaldo's era, Juventus never progressed past the quarterfinals. Despite the setbacks at Champions League, Ronaldo's performance wasn't disappointing. In his 3 seasons with Juventus, he won 2 Serie A titles, a Coppa Italia, 2 Supercoppa Italiana trophies, and above all, became the fastest player in club history to reach 100 goals. Not only this, as Serie A's top scorer with 29 goals, Ronaldo became the first Juventus player in nearly a decade to win the Capocannoniere. And for 2 consecutive seasons, he was named the club's Player of the Year. Financially, the move paid off too. Ronaldo earned 31 million euros annually in wages at Juventus, making him the highest paid player in Serie A history. Sponsors flocked, share prices soared, stadiums filled. Ronaldo didn't just elevate Juventus, he transformed the entire league's spotlight. By 2021, things began to shift. The club was no longer competitive at the all-European level. It was evident from early knockouts in the Champions League. Off the pitch, the financial strain from the COVID-19 pandemic was tightening its grip. Juventus, burdened by high wages and underperformance, was no longer the project Ronaldo had signed up for. And so, after 3 seasons, 101 goals, and multiple domestic titles, Cristiano made a decisive choice: the decision to leave Juventus. But what followed was totally unexpected. A call from his former mentor, Sir Alex Ferguson, reignited an old flame, and Ronaldo announced his return to Manchester United. For United, it was more than a signing. It was an emotional homecoming. And for Ronaldo, it was unfinished business. In his second debut at Manchester, Ronaldo finished the season as United's top scorer, bagging 24 goals in all competitions, including hat tricks that defied time and logic. Emotions were at peak, but beneath the surface, things were unraveling. Manchester United was in disarray. Frequent managerial changes, no clear direction, and a squad struggling to perform. Tensions began to rise, and Cristiano Ronaldo once again left Manchester United. In a tell-all interview, he voiced his frustration, criticized the club's management, and revealed how he felt betrayed. It was bold, it was emotional, and it marked the end of his second spell at Old Trafford. Just before the 2022 FIFA World Cup, Manchester United and Cristiano Ronaldo mutually agreed to part ways, and Cristiano left without an offer in hand. And it was for the first time in nearly 2 decades. Ronaldo was a free agent. Then came a move no one expected: the reign of oil money. In December 2022, Ronaldo signed with Saudi football club Al Nassr FC. It was the first time Ronaldo moved to the East, but the thing that made headlines was not the move but the historic contract, $200 million per year, making Ronaldo the highest-paid footballer in history. Many criticized Ronaldo's decision, calling it a step away from competitive football, but for Ronaldo, it was a step toward something bigger. He made it clear that his mission wasn't just to play football, it was to help grow the game in regions that had been overlooked. On the pitch, he delivered once again: goals, records, and trophies. Even in his late 30s, Ronaldo was proving that his hunger to win hadn't dulled, not even slightly. And then came 2023. Cristiano Ronaldo broke yet another record: most international goals in men's football history, surprising the world once again. Whether in Madeira, Manchester, Madrid, Turin, or Riyadh, one thing remained constant: Cristiano Ronaldo's obsession with the pinnacle. He always remained an elite player. From a teenage boy with dreams too big for his hometown to a global icon with unmatched stats and legacy, Cristiano Ronaldo is more than just a footballer. He is a symbol of dedication, ambition, and the belief that limits are meant to be shattered. Cristiano Ronaldo's life isn't just about trophies and triumphs. He has been famous, and some say notorious, for having multiple affairs throughout his life. But the real surprise came in 2010, when Cristiano Ronaldo announced the birth of his first child, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., now a teenager. But no one knows about his mother, and in fact, this is one of the best-kept secrets by Ronaldo so far. Long before the flashing lights of Madrid and the global stardom that followed, Cristiano Ronaldo had his first brush with love in 2003. During his early days at Sporting Lisbon, Ronaldo was romantically linked to Jordana Jardel, the sister of his teammate Mario Jardel. While the relationship didn't last long, it marked the beginning of Ronaldo's complicated and highly public love life, one that would unfold under constant media scrutiny for years to come. As Cristiano's star rose at Manchester United, so did the fascination with his love life. In his early 20s, Ronaldo was linked with international models and actresses: Gemma Atkinson, Paris Hilton, and Nerida Gallardo, to name a few. Most relationships were short-lived, snapshots of a global icon learning to navigate love in a world that wouldn't stop watching. Fame brought temptation, but it also made trust rare. Ronaldo once said in an interview, "It's hard to know who likes you for who you are, and who likes you because of what you have." Then came 2010, and Cristiano Ronaldo announced the birth of his first son. The child would be under his sole custody. No mother named, no details shared. It was a revelation that left fans, the press, and even his peers in shock. Ronaldo's becoming a single father was met with intense curiosity, but Ronaldo made it clear that his personal life would be on his own terms. And to this day, he has not officially announced the name of Junior's mom. The news made headlines, but behind them, it marked a turning point in his personal life, the beginning of a journey towards maturity and a sense of responsibility. Just after the birth of CR Juniors, Ronaldo came into a relationship with Russian supermodel Irin Sheikh. They were glamorous, private, and powerful, dubbed one of the world's most beautiful couples. But they were not destined to be together forever, and broke up in 2015. Then, in 2016, in a Gucci store in Madrid, fate stepped in. Georgina Rodriguez, a humble shop assistant with a passion for dance and fashion, met Cristiano Ronaldo. Their chemistry was instant, and soon they completed the equation. And for the last 7+ years, they have been together. Cristiano Ronaldo has 2 children with Georgina. While Ronaldo was in a relationship with Georgina, he had a twin through surrogacy. So, in total, Cristiano Ronaldo has 5 children from different women, and he lives a very happy and luxurious life with his girlfriend Georgina, 5 children, and mom.